Here's a Chevy Apache. It's got a 31 on, which probably signifies something they've lowered it. But this is a beautiful truck. Look at the work they've done on this baby, would you? Holy moly. That's a Chevrolet 502 engine. That probably means 502 cubic inches. Now let me tell you what, when you want to pull out on the highway, on the interstate, and you feel like you need to get out there quick, you got to be careful because it'll probably scratch the tires getting you on the road. That's a lot of horsepower.
Especially with that blower on it.
You know it. Man, you kick that blower in, you feels like a jet plane, doesn't it? That's a lot of power, man. Somebody has done a tremendous amount of work on this car. Your truck? I'll come back and talk to you if you don't mind. I'm filming for the Fun Channel. What's your name, sir?
Roy Smith.
Where are you from, Roy?
Tifton.
And who you got with you there?
Elena Smith.
That's a cute kid. I ain't kidding you. She's prettier in the truck. Roy, where'd you find your truck?
Actually, I just got it not too long ago, Fort Myers.
Now, did you have a truck like this when you were a kid, or you know, just an old farm truck, or what made you want the truck?
Just always wanted a older pickup truck.
Now, of course, you may run to the grocery store in it, but there's no big hauling in the back, is there?
No.
Now, this truck, I was noticing the power under the hood. You could run a
big block.
You could run a small city's power generator with that. You know that. How does it feel when you just say you're trying to get on the interstate and you need to, you know, get on out there? How does that feel?
It gets up and gets out of its own way.
Now, were you a hot rodder as a kid, or did
Yes, always have been.
Always have been. Is this one for sale, Roy?
No.
No, this is Roy's truck. He's got his Coca-Cola cooler on the back too, folks. So if you know, sometimes you just pull over with your buddies and you stop and have a cold drink. No doubt.
There you go.
Roy, will the kid take this one? Is she interested in them? Does this go on to her, or what's going to happen?
You have to ask her. What's she say?
You like riding with Pop in the truck, babe? Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? Everybody stare when you and Pop going down the road in the truck. Yeah. I tell you what, Pop, you've done a good job. Or was it that good when you got it?
Just about, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's a rare find. The Apache, what do you know about that? Where did that come from?
I don't really know.
Okay.
It's just the model they had for a few years.
You just don't see it much on it, do you?
No.
Now, originally, this truck probably had a 6-cylinder in it, or maybe a V8.
It actually had a 283 in it.
283,
yeah.
But it was sort of a work truck, wasn't it?
Yes.
Kind of a farm ranch work truck.
Yes. And
some of them, of course that might have been the Dodges, but some of them had corner windows in them, didn't they? Or did this one? No, I don't think this one.
Some of them have flat windows, but most of these have the radius windows.
It's a beautiful truck. Somebody has done a lot of work. Thanks for talking to me. Look at that, folks, a wooden bed in the back, and it's got a couple of pullouts back there, so it's probably got a place to store some. Look at the interior, isn't that beautiful? He has done a marvelous job with the interior. Hard to beat, hard to beat. We are toodle-oodling around down here at the car show. We film a little bit. Didn't rain out. 2011 car show, Hog Wild. They didn't have a rain out. It held in, and rain barely got a sprinkle off of it to mount to anything. Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at that. Isn't that sweet? 2 4-barrel carburetors. Mighty pretty car. It looks like it's been racked or cut. The top's been lowered on it, looks like to me. I think it has, because I wasn't there. Oh man. Now here is a classic ride. No doubt. This is called a classic car. Wow. What a car. Oh boy, this is a beauty. Take a look at the tires, are just classic, isn't it? Look at the boot on the back, or the trunk as we call them now. Oh man, isn't that beautiful? Luggage, and that's your luggage. I'm sure you could let that up and put some more stuff on it there. Your tie down, that's for caravanning and stuff like that. Right. You might have had a chauffeur when you owned this car.
Had to.
I tell you what.
He can get one now, but he won't.
What's your name, sir?
James Law.
Where are you from, sir?
Oclockley, Georgia.
Where'd you find your car?
In Atlanta.
Had a car like this, did you see one? Did you own one? Did your family own one when you were a kid? Or
no, they did not. I've spent a number of years with the FBI, and I just always liked the old gangster type stuff.
Of course.
And I've always wanted a car like that. I've had 54 Chevys, 55 Chevys, 57 Chevys, and all those, but I wanted me a gangster car.
And a gangster would have definitely have ordered this one, wouldn't
it? I
yes.
think so.
What do you know about the history on the car?
It's a California car. It was brought to Atlanta in all original condition. And the guy in Atlanta started rebuilding it to make it a street rod in 2000.
Now, a street rod wouldn't look quite like this, would it?
Yeah, it's got a Cadillac engine in it.
So
it's got Ford rear end in it.
How does she drive?
Well, my wife's got a Lincoln. I just soon drive this as her Lincoln. It rides just as good.
Is this car for sale?
No.
It's your car, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, she's a beauty. I don't know who picked the colors, but they were just right.
Yeah.
Classic car, beautiful car. No slouch. Do you drive this one some?
Oh, I drive it everywhere. I don't put it on a trailer.
You drove it down here today?
I drove it here. I drove it to Jacksonville. I drove it to Panama City to car shows.
What kind of stares you get when you go by people in it?
Everybody I get a lot of waves.
I like it.
And
makes people happy to look at it, doesn't
it?
Well, enjoy. What's your name, sir?
Jesse Gaines.
Where are you from, Jesse?
Thomasville, Georgia.
Where did you find this coupe, Jesse?
I built it in my garage in my backyard.
Well, I'll be doggone now. Is this a kit car or is this the authentic body?
No, it's a fiberglass body. I had to go to Athens, Tennessee to pick up the hull, and I bought the chassis from a guy that's where's he at? He's over there in Georgia, in Cleveland, Georgia.
Okay. Why? Now, you know, of all the body styles, the coupe is the one that makes my heart. I just soon have a coupe as have a Corvette.
I got one of those too.
You're living the dream, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love it.
But the coupe. Why do we like this coupe body style? Is it?
Well, whenever you chop the top on it,
yeah,
and you raise it like you lower it about 3 inches, you get that little pitch on it.
It gives it attitude.
It's almost like getting in an airplane when you get in it. You know, it's really confined, and it's once you get it and start driving it, it just kind of becomes part of you.
Well, my dad had a 37 Ford coupe.
And they're nice.
And he had a reputation of being somewhat of a rascal when he was a young fellow, okay? But I don't know, something about these cars, the coupe body style, that it clicks with me.
Right.
I like the way they sit inside. I like the fact that two seats in there. I like the way the dash meets you and everything. They're just marvelous.
Well, we built that in my garage in the backyard. My neighbor and I did.
How many hours you got in?
Oh my, hundreds of hours. It took us 3 years to build it.
My Lord.
We started from scratch and went from there. And
is it for sale?
No, sir, not for sale.
No, I could see why not. Too much time.
It's just
makes you feel
part
good.
Of you after a while.
Do you drive it?
Yes, sir, I do. I drive it. We drove it over here from Thomasville. I don't trailer it anywhere.
And what do people do when you go by? They give you that wave?
Yeah, they give you the thumbs up. We come by and wave. I had one lady was taking pictures on the way over here in a truck.
Now, did you read the hot rod magazines when you were a kid? Did you do that?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see a coupe and say, man, one day?
In fact, not too many years ago, I saw a coupe like this, only it was a different color, and I didn't even know what it was.
What you got it insured for? There ain't no telling what it was.
It's insured for $45,000.
No telling what it'd bring at auction.
Yes, sir.
That thing is tip and skip. Couldn't find a red